Hello Navajo 5th graders. My name is Greg. As you all well know, I'm the watchdog, and I'm here to do a video on how to put your cigar box guitar together. We are going to start by making sure you ask your parents for permission and help to do this project, because you will be using a couple different tools. Some of the tools you'll need is you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. Looks like a star, kind of a bigger one. You also need a small head Phillips screwdriver for tightening up the tuners. You're going to need needle nose pliers, a pencil, a yardstick, ruler. Now the supplies you're going to be getting or have picked up already are a cigar box, which should have a number on it. You also will get a neck that should have a number on it that matches your cigar box. The neck will already have black tuners on it. It'll be pre-drilled with holes for your box. For your strings, there's 3 little holes down here. There's also 3 holes for your head screw. And then there's also a mark for where your bridge will sit. And then there's an indentation here where your nut will sit. So, there's also online, or I've actually provided a link to the online instructions. Shows you exactly how we did from cutting the wood to putting in the tuners. Everything that me and Mr. Prince, Steve Prince, did this, and a few other dads. Easton, Sean Feldman, Ed. I'd like to thank all of them for all the help with it. Also Ellie and a couple other dads. I'll figure out, remember the names in a few minutes. So, now what we're going to do is the first thing we need to do, and this is optional, is the fret lines. Now I pre-did mine to save time on this video. Just before we start that, you'll get a Ziploc bag full of supplies. In the Ziploc bag, you will get 3 strings, 3 guitar strings, 5 screws, okay? 3 for your headstock, 2 to attach the box. You'll get 2 slides, depending on your finger size. 1 round dowel, 1/4-inch dowel. That'll be for your nut. And then 1 sawed in half bridge that'll be at this end. You'll also get sandpaper to sand your neck down if you want to stain it, which Miss Young has done a video on how to stain. You'll get a guitar pick, so once it's all built and you can start playing it. And inside is the fret lines, tells you exactly where they should be. So that's everything that will come in your Ziploc bag. Now, let's start building them. So, first off, like I said, you could start with your fret lines. After you have stained, you want to stain your neck first before you do anything. Stain your neck. Once you've done staining it, then you want to mark your frets based off the lines provided, the number lines provided. After you've done that, it will be time to attach your box. So, to attach your box, on the back of the guitar box, there are 2 holes pre-drilled, right here, okay? On your cigar box, there are 2 holes pre-drilled. These actually match up exactly to your neck, okay? So you'll want to open your cigar box. I had to punch some holes in mine so I could get in there so I could put the screws in there. Another thing you want to make sure you do is depending on if you're left-handed or right-handed. So on this one that I'm building, I'm right-handed. So you want to make sure the black knobs go back. And then I'm going to look at this and I'm going to make sure the cigar box goes on the back side. Back side, because this side will be your strings. Okay? Strings go in the front, guitar goes on the back. Okay? So now, to make it easy, I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to take one of my screws I have. And I might need to set this in here a little different. Alright. Pre-screw it through. As you can see, it's already coming through a little bit. Be careful you don't sit it on a table or something and hurt your parents' furniture. Okay. Hey, Belly. Trying to get this second one in here. Okay. Pre-screw the second one in there. So now I got both screws sticking out already. Now, on the back side of your neck, there is a line that is 2 inches from the end of your neck at the bottom. That's the end of where your box should sit. So on mine, and they have to line up exactly, because if they don't, they won't match. And the holes are pre-drilled, just like I said. So, let's match them up the best as I can. I don't know if you can see this. Try to match the holes up the best that I can. There's one. I think we've got one in there. Set this down. See if I can. Sometimes it's better to do it on its side. Oh. It is kind of hard sometimes. Match it up. So we got there. There's one screw in. Alright. Now I'm trying to find the other one. Make sure when you screw this all the way down that it's flush. Flush. Pause it. Alright, so now that I got this, make sure, it's very important that it's flush all the way against it. Make sure you tighten as much as you can. You do not want any gap in there. Once you got the guitar box on, you can close it. Some of you will have a latch, which you can latch. Some of you might pop open, but one of the things at the end will show you how to glue that down. So now, if you look at my guitar box, it's a little crooked. Doesn't look crooked? So let's try to fix that. Ooh. Screw out. Sometimes they do come a little, they're a little crooked, but you can back out the screw, straighten your box up the best you can, and then screw it back down. Much better now. Still a little bit not straight. scout this back on a little bit. Alright. Now screw that bad boy back down in there. Alright. Looks much straighter now. Alright. So once you've got the box attached, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add your strings. So there's 3 different strings. Okay. Unloop all the strings. Let them lay out across. Your gold string is going to be your top string. I don't know if you can see that. Your gold string. That would be your top string. So, first thing you do, you take your gold string, find your 3 holes in the bottom. There's 3 holes. Okay. You can put it in the top hole. Pull it through. Just like that. You want to pull it all the way through so it's seated. You want to make sure it zoom all the way in so that little nut thing on the end of the little eyelet is all the way seated. Pull that all the way across. Don't worry about your nut and bridge yet. And put it in your first tuner. You want to put the top string in the first tuner. So you'll pull it through like this. Pull it through like that. Okay, you're not worrying about your nut and bridge at this time. Once you get that in, you want to take a couple twists. Like a half a twist. 1/2 twist. Okay, now you see your strings on there. Okay, half a twist. Now go to your middle string. Now they are 3 different sizes. You can tell like by looking at them. You want the middle one should be the bigger of the 2 silver strings. Now you'll take that, put it in the center hole, and pull your string all the way through. Remember again, pull it all the way through so the outlet, very important, outlet pulls all the way through. Same thing with the last one. Take it, string it through the furthest tuner. And go through the furthest tuner, the top tuner. Okay? Top tuner. And we're going to pause right there for a second. Okay. Now, I forgot one thing. The head screws before you put your strings in. So there's 3 little holes on top of your neck, okay? 3 screws, and these screws are to help hold down your strings. Now do not, I repeat, do not screw the screws all the way through the wood. They do not need to go through the wood. So, start putting these on real quick. About a halfway in. They don't have to go all the way in, like I said. If you do that, then it kind of ruins the neck. And try to make sure they stay straight when you're putting them in there. Alright, so now that I've got the screws done in there, kind of show you what it looks like. So if you look, they're sticking about halfway out, and then your strings sit underneath it. So now I can take those strings that I originally put in there, drop them below it, just tighten it up just a little bit, and so I can get my gallon stuff on. Okay? Now for the last string. Last string, up through the hole. Remember, make sure it pulls all the way through. That little eyelet needs to go against the wood. Now take your last string and put it in the middle tuner. And it's always best to turn these clockwise when you're doing this. Turn all the tuners clockwise. Come on. Tightness on there. Alright. So now, all three strings are strung on the guitar. Now we need to put the nut and bridge on. Remember, I repeat, remember, do not glue these down. Do not. Best way to do this, what you're going to do, loosen up your strings just a tad. Take your round dowel or your nut, slide that underneath all three strings, and slide it up to where there's a little groove. You'll see there's a little groove at the top of your neck. Set that dowel, that round dowel, right in there. Now, take your bridge, and your bridge has three little notches in it for the strings. So slide this underneath all three strings. Slide it in here like this. See how it's under there? Now you're going to take it and you slide it all the way back to where there's that mark back here. That's 25.5 inches. That's where it should be for best tuning. This is called a slide. You can slide this to make it sound better once you get everything. Once you have that all done, tight. That's okay. It just popped up with a screw. So I'm going to loosen this up a little bit. Slide that in there. You might have to do some shifting around a little bit, because that's what these kind of do. Once you start tightening them up, there's literally no groove in the round one like the other one. Just go ahead and start tightening them up a little bit. Don't be afraid. It might, you think it's going to pop or break. It could. There we go. Alright, so that is your cigar box guitar. Alright, this is going to be after you've completed your whole cigar box. Okay, some of them don't have a latch like this one, okay? So if it's set up like this on your cigar box, it could just flop open. So some things you do to fix it. You can just use some regular glue, home glue like Elmer's glue. Take the glue on the edge in here, all the way around. Close it, let it set for about 24 hours, half hour, couple hours. Then it should be good to go. You can also get a piece of Scotch tape, tape it shut, piece of tape on there. Those are your options: glue, Scotch tape, but something that will help it from flopping open when it's on your guitar. Thank you. Okay, it is not tuned at this moment. I personally do not know how to tune. My goal is to have Mr. Prince or Miss Young put a video out so you guys can learn how to tune. But, kind of mess with them a little bit. Let's grab my pick here. You got your slide. Get your pick out. Use your slide. Index finger. My fingers are a little big, so can't use it really. You come like this, and use this. And that's how you make a cigar box guitar. Other things you'll want to do when you're done, maybe have a parent help you, cut the excessive guitar strings off. Because you don't want to stab yourself, cut yourself. Needle nose pliers, take that down, don't have to be too long, just snip it away. Next one, snip it away. Won't snip. It snips. Last one. Snip it away. See if I can play a little bit. Well, fifth graders, unfortunately we weren't able to do this together, which would have been fun. I've done this for 5 years, I believe now. It's probably the most fun project that I get to do with you guys. I hope this helps you. I hope you enjoy it. Good luck in 6th grade, and have a great day. Bye.